What do you cut first? It's really a good thing you shaved under your arms this morning. You never know when somebody's going to be filming you from some really awful angle.
I'm kind of nervous about this.
Why? What do you think's going to happen?
Well, as like I start cutting the tree loose, is it going to shift and crush me?
The tree?
Yeah.
I think the tree's probably going to stay. I think it's the cage that's going to move. The tree has a lot invested in being where it is. Maybe cut every other one. Boy, you can really tell what an awkward angle it is from here. Like, can you bend over backwards and touch your nose to your heels while doing this? So plan A didn't work so well. What's plan B?
Guess we'll get the bucket truck and a chainsaw.
That sounds like a lot easier. A lot more noise, but easier. We've been struggling so hard, my hands are just shaking.
There's like 5 patches up there, like all stacked on top of each other. And I can't cut through all of them from that angle. And then this thing was what we want to chainsaw, this whole branch coming up.
Right here?
Because they're all cut off at the top. There's really no point in trying to deal with that. Build the control on it.
That'll take some of the pressure off.
But did you see the big bend on the other side?
Mm-hmm.
The bow and the boot we're trying to fix? You can see it from this side. It's yeah, it's huge.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, that
We tried cutting it loose at the bottom, and that gave us a little bit, but not near enough.
I was thinking, I don't know if maybe if we cut off the top panel, because you were saying we could replace the wire, maybe the bottom panel, once we cut it loose, we could straighten out somewhat, because it doesn't look as bad as up there.
Yeah, I see up there that main trunk that we're pushing, but the roof's not that bad.
Mm-mm.
But this looks like roots below pushing up. You may have
Yeah, we cut it.
the wire away.
We already cut off the bottom row.
Yeah, it's
And
it's all
still-
that pressure, I think, twisting it.
Could be, so we need to just cut the wire totally away, remove them limbs. All
Yeah,
three of them?
I was thinking about this from down here, cutting that off,
Yeah.
and then there's a ton of patches up there that we need to get rid of and make more room for the tree up there.
Yeah.
But I can't get to those, like, to cut the patches.
You can't get high enough with the ladder to be able to clip them from
Probably
underneath.
have to, if we cut the wire, get it off of these limbs, get that big twisted limb down out of it. But by taking the bucket up right there, reaching out the bucket down and cut the wire away from the tree. Then maybe we can patch it back together, because without these limbs, just one smooth patch will fill it. But it may have stretched the wire to the point we'd have to replace some of the wire.
Yeah.
Even though it's not.
There's a pretty bad seam over
Bird.
here, where it doesn't even reach the hot rate.
Yeah, Jamie took one look at that and was like, woo! It's coming undone.
Top the hog limbs away.
Yeah, like they won't even reach, like here. So it's only got hog rings on that going up. And then there's one really super bent. We cut the cage away from the tree, and then it popped back and doesn't have a bend in it anymore.
Yeah, but we had already done that before I left. There was nothing attached to the tree up there, and it was still like all caved in. So what was the...
It was attached to that big tree. Scott cut the last one and it popped loose.
Wow. I thought we had
didn't-
it completely cut loose.
We didn't pull on it at all.
Man, I can't get over that. It's so straight.
Yeah. So now we just need to get in there and loosen it up around all the rest of the trees so we don't have a problem again.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Wow. During Monday night feeding, we had a really close lightning strike. This is my parents' home, and this is where I usually park my car. And it struck up there in the top and came all the way down the tree, just buckling the bark right off of the tree down to the ground. Jamie said she was feeding Anasazi at the time. She was right in mid-throw of a ball of mush when that clap of lightning struck, and Anasazi just exploded out of the lockout trying to get away because she didn't realize that it had nothing to do with feeding. Poor little cat. She's back to eating, in case you're worried. But this is why we don't allow tours out when there's lightning in the area. This is just so dangerous. Florida is the lightning capital of the world.
In 10 minutes of the outside, you can move the cat in.
Wow.
It's done.
Man. Oh, come on, let's see the whole dance. Katie was over there dancing.
It's his cage.
It looks fabulous. This is so cool. There's a whole pod of manatees out there. Wow, it's like having a submarine come right up to the side of the creek here. I can see one just below the surface there. There it comes. I don't know how long these guys can hold their breath. There are two dams between Rocky Creek and the bay, and in the past they would raise and lower the dams to adjust for the water, and sometimes manatee would be stuck up here in the creek, not able to make the full run back out to the bay. But in recent months, it looks like what they've done is just let the dams down and have the tides influencing the creek. So sometimes it's almost completely dry, and other times, like right now, it's very high because we had some rain. So it's allowing the manatee to flow freely in and out of the creek, which is really, really cool. So they obviously love the vegetation here. I don't know how deep the water is out there. Back when Jamie was a youngster, she used to go swimming in the creek. Couldn't catch me out there. It's full of alligators. She was pretty fearless. One of the manatee's tail is all jagged and cut up. Looks like an old injury from a boat propeller. Even though there's no wake signs all over the place, people come flying down through here in their little boats.